Let's have some play around here. Let's see. So this is our script file. So let's start with our operator. So let's say cost, I use the example name is equal to tires. So if I should, so like I said earlier, let's start with how we link this to our files. So by default, you have your script tag. So just like CSS, you can actually link it. You can actually use JavaScript in your page, which is like at the bottom of the page here. I can decide to, before the end of the body, I'll just put a script tag, and uh, so I'll just have a script tag here. Okay. Why is the script not scripting? All right, sorry for that. So we have script tag here, and I can decide to say, let me just copy this first. Let's start with this. Okay, I can say costs um 10 number. So like I said, you use console to check what your code is. That's all we work with the browser with. So console.log number. So if I should go to the browser now and I open my, right click and go to your inspect element, and when you open that, you see this, click on console, and you can see 10. I wrote 10 here and it's up and running here. Permit me to split my screen a little bit. So just, we are working with the console now, so we ignore what is on the page. Just ignore what is on the page now. We are working with JavaScript for now, so we'll come to this console here. So you see now what's printed there, we see the 10 from line 66 of our HTML file. So this is a way you can play with your script. Also in your, if you've done this, you link your script to your file, which is the way you link your CSS, you link same with this. This word defer, it's simply used to tell the system that when you start reading from the top of the page, if you come to your script, go to the script and start reading, then continue reading what is on the page. So why the benefit of using this is, if you don't use this, when the system is reading and it comes to this place, it stops and goes to this file and reads everything in that file before continuing reading like this. So sometimes when you have a very large JavaScript functions, the page tends to take a lot of time to load before your page comes up, because it's going to read the script tag. You can also just have this tag here without this defer. You can do this like this. Instead of this, you can have this here. Remove this defer and it will still work perfectly. You can comment this and it will work perfectly. But what this simply means is when the page load, it will load everything on the screen before it comes to this place. But for special preference, if there are things that I will want to, since I'm working with the interactiveness in my website, I would like to I would like to I would like for my code, my JavaScript code, to work alongside with the page while it is loading. So that's why personally I love using this for quick interactiveness in my page, except it's something that it's not going to work immediately when the page loads. So here means as you are loading, when you get here, start reading the JavaScript and continue following through here. And when you are done with reading this, read what is already in the JavaScript. So they now load together. Why this page load, that page also loads. So if I should go to this file now and say, let's say, cause this, I would see hello pious here. This simply means okay, sorry. This is a little bit far. Let's just work with our basic. That is adding both text. It's called concatenation. You are combining one or two variables and text together. So when you say course name, you see that I get Pius here. So I have a name Pius. So what is inside this quote? So in JavaScript, I can have single quote for string or double quotes, any one I choose. Anyone I choose, it comes here. So you see it here. So this is just a way of reading what your script file is talking about. Like we've talked about, sorry about that. So when we talk about data type, I can choose to have name. I can choose to say, okay, let's say age. Age should be a number. I can say age 10, and let's just have a simple. Okay, let's not use age. Let's use let's make a little calculation since we are working with you have length, you have let's play with, or let's use let is the same thing. The only difference with let and course is let can be redefined. I can choose to change in another place what this age is. But when you use the word cost, it means it's constant. You can't change it. Once you give that variable, you are giving the variable. So when you know that a variable is flexible, the name it can change, the data type can change. You use let or var. Otherwise, you use cost, which is constant, that can't be changed. So let's say we are having length times breadth. So length times breadth. So we want to make use of basic arithmetic, talking about operators. So we now have length times breadth. So length times breadth is going to give us what? 150. So you can see that this is our basic. This was the operator we talk about. We are using the operator assignment operator. We are using data type. This is variable. Then you are using okay, let's use boolean. So cause are you a developer? Cause is developer. Most times you use is, so that when you are giving variable name, try to give a name that when you see it, you'll be able to understand. The user is going to understand what it's about. So now if you are reading this thing, you simply know that this is name. Or let's just use the common, let's just say username. You use username, length, you know you are talking about length of something, breadth, to talk about is developer, it's like a question, is he a developer? So when you use the word true, you can see here that is true. I can now say these are different places where you can now use conditional statements to do this and do that. So basically, conditional statement is also part of JavaScript, but for a start, let's just be working with this. So you can see this simple arithmetic operator using let times bread. So I can easily do a simple mathematics here using solving triangles and calculations with, in fact, this is what our calculators do. They set all these variable. When you set all those, they do all those mathematical arrangements to bring out what you want. So this is just how the calculators we have are being done. All those, once you click on the numbers, it's being saved. All those things have been saved in different variables and different containers in your calculator. So when you punch 10 plus this, it does this simple calculation and sends to you. So that, with that being said, I would want us to pause for a minute, go through what you've been learning. We've talked about data types and how it is being run on the street on the screen browser and all that. So I want you to play with this variable and data types. Browse about more about variables and the data type, and connect your script. Very important. Connect your script or any style to your file and play with the console. Just write something at console.log. Console.log just prints on the browser, on the console here. It doesn't print on the page. You just see it on the console here. So let's just play with this. And when you are done, we'll come back for our second part of our video. So I'll see you in that part of the video. See you there.